Hi guys, my name is Jessica and welcome to my MyJestical World, where through life's changes, I hope to inspire your creativity to see the beauty within you, around you, and for you. And in today's video, we're going to be taking a chaotic space and creating it into a nice space to be able to get ready and to start my day in the morning. So let's roll up our sleeves and let's get our hands dirty. So this is my current dressing situation. It's a mess. What we're going to do first is we're going to literally just clear everything off of the table, take everything off of the wall. We're going to paint, and then while the paint is drying, we're going to go through all of the bottles and then separate and sort everything. Over the last year, I've started each morning fueling my mind and spirit with motivation videos and speakers that inspire me to live life to my fullest in the circumstances that come and go. So this project seemed like it was the next step to creating a physical expression of the inner cleanup and detox I've been working on. And I know this is going to make getting ready for the day so much more enjoyable. What are some things that you do each morning for yourself? If this is a foreign concept to you, like so many, I highly recommend you do something for you that helps you start your day in a place of peace, love, and gratitude. All right, so now we have everything cleared off and away. We've dusted our walls. So now we're going to start our painting. We're going to start with the trim. It'll go a lot smoother once we do our trim first, because then we can kind of have a little more freedom with what we're doing. In true Jessica fashion, we're going to be opening up our paint with the back side of a pair of tweezers. Because I'm afraid if I leave this room one more time, I will lose track again on what I'm doing. The color we're using is, I don't know what color we're using. It's just a navy bear paint that I picked up from Home Depot. However, to be at all honest with you, I like the Valspar better. I freehand the trim with a Purdy 1.5-inch brush. I always make more of a mess with tape, so we're going to skip that step. So now we have finally finished outlining all of our trim. So now we get to go in there with our roller and really cover some ground. We'll probably have to use 2 coats. I think it's going to be a very pretty look when it's all said and done. I always want to do like whites because it looks so crisp and clean when I go to other people's houses. But when I put it in my own house, I just feel like it's missing something. It's missing the character. So we're just gonna stick with our bold colors. A little painting tip. You want to make sure that the roller that you get is accurate or is sufficient for the paint coverage for the walls that you have. So our walls are just a smidge textured, and we're using a Purdy brand roller and the Purdy brushes. First of all, I just really like their painting tools, but second, this has a little more fluff to it, which is good to try to get into those crevices of the texture. If any of my viewers are professional painters, you will know by watching this that I am not. I just know what tools that I like to use based on my experiences. I have links of all of my favorite painting tools in the description below. Alright, so we have officially finished our first coat. We're going to let this dry before we apply our second coat. I'm going to go ahead and put my brush in a Ziploc bag and then actually just put like some saran wrap over my paintbrush or my roller and stuff, just so it doesn't dry out. And then we're going to work on clearing out some of our bottles and getting rid of some stuff, and just kind of organizing some things there. So stick around. OMG, do I have a collection. And some of this stuff I don't even know. Some of this I don't even know what it is. So we have our bag for of products that I really do like to use, but I don't use them daily. My everyday products, and then my video products will go there. And then we're just going to store all of our hair stuff over here. And then this is our trash bag. When there's a lot to go through, my mind always reverts back to the organization skills from the HGTV home makeover shows. All right, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna start going through the drawers, still cleaning out some stuff. If you're still hanging with me, hopefully you have come up with a project of your own to kind of cleanse, maybe something that you can go into this new year and start your day in a nice, clean, or sacred space. And that's what I'm hoping that this space becomes through, clearly, this chaos. On to step 125. But now we have officially gone through everything that was on the top of the desk. And now we're going to basically clean out all of this. And we're going to go through a time lapse. And we still have our bags. We're going to keep separating as we started before. And at this point, I'm pretty sure I will be separating again with what is going to make the final cut. But baby steps on my hoarding tendencies of letting go. So, here we go. All right, so we have finally cleared out all of the drawers. We have everything kind of separated, and I'm pretty sure that I will have to re-go through some of these again because I'm not going to have enough room in my new setup, which is completely fine because this really is baby steps to letting go. However, I am super excited because I found some products that when my hair was shorter, I was not able to use, but now that it's longer, I get to use some of my favorite products that I didn't even know I had. So, and I don't have to go rebuy them. So this has been kind of a treasure hunt. So you can see that we are definitely making way. So now it's time to move this beast out of here and get my new furniture pieces in. And I cannot wait to show you guys those pieces. This is the first time ever that I have actually purchased new furniture for my dressing area. Most of the time it is pieces that I have accumulated either through just someone was getting rid of it, or it's I just went to the thrift store and found it, or I even found it on the side of the road. And it's not that I'm opposed to doing that this time. Is just I had an idea of what I wanted, and this was just what was easier, and I didn't want to, it's a project that I wanted to do in one day. And when you do something like that, it kind of evolves over time. And so, needless to say, I'm ready to get this piece out of here. I recruited some help when hanging up my mirror. I previously had it laying against the wall, but by hanging it on the wall, it will save some desktop space as well as give me a better angle. Now we have our mirror hung up, and this mirror, It's broken, but we're just going to keep it because it still works. It's still great. It was one of our Lowe's deals. And so, and it still works effective. I do like it because you can hit the button and then you have nice lighting. And then the sensor's a little wonky. So sometimes it's a little freaky when that happens. I'm going with like a navy, black, and goldy, kind of bronzy kind of thing. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to do a dry brush coat of gold on top of this desk. It's not raw wood, but I think it's textured enough that whatever does scratch off of it, it's going to look textured. It's going to have a little shine to it. 2 of these shelves, which actually very closely match the desk with a black bracket. So we're just going to dry brush gold, dry brush black, dry brush gold, and then just kind of go from there. The paint actually lasts a little bit better. We're going to be using more of an enamel-based paint and for multiple purposes. So these could be used on metal, on glass, and these are both by Folk Art. So how we're going to do our dry brush technique, we're going to shake our paint really well. Put it on our surface, and then take a dry brush and get just a little of the color, and you can kind of see how transparent that is. I'll move this one out of the way, and then we're just gonna literally dry brush it. So we don't really, it's almost, I guess, kind of like a whitewash, but a whitewash with gold. It doesn't have to look gold. It doesn't have to look brown. Just something just to give it a little sheen. My shelves and desk came from Target. I decided to use just the shelves that matched the desk exactly to keep the look more simple. So now you can see we've placed a piece of tape right here, measuring our screw lines. And now we're just gonna take this and save it for later because all the shelves are the exact same length. Oh look, actually this gave us a template. So I guess technically we could have measured this ourselves. If I had known it had came with a paper ruler, I would have marked my holes on the ruler, placing clear tape over it, and then placing it on the wall and leveling it. That would have been way easier. However, the way we did it worked just as well. Or you could even use painter's tape, and that probably would be your best bet. Just double check to make sure that our lines are where they're supposed to be. Now, what on earth? Just ate through the drywall. Really? I guess I should have saw if there was a thing there. Oh shit. Fudge. All right. All right. How bad have I messed this up? There we go, much better. Shelf number 1 complete. Now that I've kind of sorted to figure out where I'm going to put all of my brushes, my makeup brushes, as well as my hair brushes, I found lots of recycled containers that we're actually going to paint gold to kind of go with our whole navy gold, black and white kind of colors. So it's freezing outside, so we're going to try to make this quick and easy. I'll put this up to kind of protect our stuff. Let's see, we'll go this way first. We'll do that one first. Put this here. We're not moving this thing because it's frozen to the table. We're going to be using the Rust-Oleum metallic. It's not super orange gold, it's more like a champagne gold. All right, so while our jars are drying, for now what we're going to do is we're going to just clean our makeup brushes and have them sit in a little Dawn dish soap with some warm soapy water. So any of my brushes that, like my foundation brush, that really has a decent amount of like liquid in the bristles, I'm going to dip those in a little bit of the Dawn dish soap. The rest of my brushes I'm just going to put in the same container. Then we'll pour some hot water over it and let it sit for about an hour. Fill up our brush, making sure we hit those little soap deposited areas to get a little lather. Now that our brushes are in the wash and our bottles are drying with our gold paint, we're going to go back through our products again and just kind of see what we're actually going to keep and find everything a home, and then we'll probably get rid of a little bit more. I think we will do, these will both be for makeup. This will be for lips, face, and cheeks, and then this will be just for the eyes. And then my hair products will put down here in this little bin right here. All right, so we have washed this. We're just going to do a quick alcohol wipe down, mainly because the alcohol gets rid of all the hairspray and all of the stuff that's been on, has kind of baked onto our holder and supplies. Do eye stuff on this side, so we'll do our mascaras, eyeliners, and then we'll do our lip on this side, which will be our lip liners, and then our lipsticks, and we'll probably also use this for lipsticks as well. My jars are finally finished drying, so now we can continue our organizing. I am so excited that this is finally coming together. So we have officially completed our dressing area, and it's so much better getting ready. You can see that it's so much cleaner. There's less clutter everywhere. I mean, there's still a lot of products, but I use all those products, whether it's on myself or whether Jill uses them. But now I can see where everything is. It's nice and organized. We'll kind of do like a little mini tour of the different things that we put together to make this happen. So the top shelf, I have just a lot of our skincare that we use more so during the summertime, but there's also a few things in there that are just more like targeted skincare treatments that are not used every week, but they're used throughout the year. Our next shelf is more of face skincare, facial skincare, as well as I have my little jars for my waxing supplies. I actually have lids for those. I gotta find them. But this is the third time I'm shooting this, so we're gonna call it done. And then right below here, I took a coffee can and I painted it gold to kind of go with the theme. And then we have our curling iron, and technically that could go in here if we needed it to, or it can stay up here, and that's actually where I had been keeping my Dyson, but I think it's going to go there instead. So we'll put that where it goes. And then that basket down there, that is my hair supplies, like my hair tools that I don't use all the time, but I would like for them to be easily accessible for when and if I do hair at home or when I'm quickly traveling somewhere. So we kept our old mirror, and then now I'll show you guys. So this little gem, it has 3 different settings. I pretty much always keep it on the brightest setting, but I will link. I think that's a Conair one, but we actually have some really nice ones from Ulta, so I'll just put a link of one that I suggest down below, or if we still have this one in stock, then I'll put that link down below as well. So how I organize the drawers, because I went from having like 9 drawers to having 2, is I kept just all of my foundations and skincare basics in one drawer, and then my eyeshadows and my blushes in another drawer. Now, you may be thinking that's a lot of foundations. And you're right, it is. However, throughout the year, my skin changes a lot. It changes in color. It also changes in texture. And so I use my foundation as a form of skincare as well as my skincare regimen itself. So depending on what my skin needs that day, or if my foundation is looking a little weird for a couple of days, then I'll change it up and do something different. And so that's why we have 20 different foundations. This little guy also came from Ulta. And it's cool because on one side I have my eyeliners and mascaras. And then on the other side, I have lip liners, lipsticks, and then lip glosses with color. So this is really kind of cool to kind of keep everything very compartmentalized. And because it's clear and it's kind of shallow, you're able to see everything that you have. Also, previously, my brushes here, I actually kept inside my clear container there. But what I did instead was I grabbed some old mason jars and I spray painted those gold to kind of go with my theme. And then I put all of my eyeshadow and contour brushes in one, and then all of my facial brushes in another. And then in this little glass jar, I just put I put my 3 brushes that I use every day no matter what. And then this little jar holding my hair ties, now that my hair's long enough to use them, was an old wine vinegar jar. And so I felt that the thin nozzle was perfect to kind of hold. So I spray painted that gold to go with everything. And inside here are my little bobby pins. And in this one are little rubber bands, a little perfume, and then my pencil sharpener. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Let me know if this has inspired you to do a little decluttering, a little throwing away. Let me know in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching this video and for hanging out with me while I was doing this project, or, you know, following through this project. I hope that it inspires you to create your own little space that you're able to just relax and get some clarity before you start your day. If you haven't already and you've made it this far, go ahead and hit like on this video. And if you would like to see more videos that inspire creating the beauty around you, but also honoring the beauty within you, as well as exploring the beauty for you, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you later, creators.